I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now there is a double Nakshatra transit. That means two planets transiting one Nakshatra. That is why I chose to upload one single video covering both the planets. Otherwise it will make more sense if I upload one video. If I upload two videos, it will be a more redundant one. The planets are Sun and Venus. Now Venus will make its move in Mrigashirsha Nakshatra from 7th of June till 18th of June. And Sun will make its move in Mrigashirsha Nakshatra from 8th of June till 22nd of June. So you can understand that they are almost going together in the Mrigashirsha Nakshatra. What is Mrigashirsha? Mrigashirsha is a nakshatra which represents the flow of the thought, the power of the mind. It is the nakshatra that is more exploratory in nature. It's a nakshatra where the desire develops and you want to fulfill that desire. You want to manifest. Now, when you are talking about Mrigashirsha Nakshatra, you are talking about the energies of Mars and Mercury coming together. So definitely it is going to affect the communication industry, especially cross-border communication between two countries. Now, Sun is your Atman. Sun is your light. Mrigashirsha is the desire to search, desire to achieve, desire to find something in your, and this is more like soul searching. Now bring Venus into picture. When Venus is so close to the Sun, it means that Venus is combust. Venus again shows love and romance. So when both of them go together in Mrigashirsha, it shows that you are trying your best to resolve the issues in your romantic angle of life. Maybe there are certain relations which you want to resolve. You may be repaying back your karma towards any particular individual during this time. Combined Sun and Venus forces together, bring Martian energy of Mrigashirsha and bring the flow of air of Gemini. The second half of the Mrigashirsha transit, especially after mid-June onwards, will produce a lot of dynamic shift in life, dynamic changes in your life, especially in your career. The equation in your relationship will also change, and your ego may create a lot of problems, so control your ego. And this Sun wants to show the authority. This Sun and Venus conjunction also means that you will exchange pleasantries, exchange goods and give gifts. But in return, you would want a favor. So this is more like one country showing, good relations by exchanging gifts or giving something to another country. But this means that there is an expectation attached to this sharing of the energy. So energy exchanges will happen, but you have to understand that Sun and Venus together, first in Taurus, then from mid-June onwards it will move to Gemini, shows a little bit of insecurity. Do not forget that by 11th and 12th of June, Mars from Mrigashirsha as an energy will find Mercury's presence also. So the second half of the June will find Sun, Mercury and Venus coming together in the sign of Gemini. This definitely makes Jupiter alone in the sign of Taurus. But combine all these energy, this shows that you are working more on your communication. Why? Number one, you are becoming more aware about the need of improved communication. Maybe you are going to do some certification. Maybe you are thinking about launching a course. Maybe you are into the educational field and you are into the technological field and you want to work on yourself. So you want to enroll for a certification. So right from communication to knowledge, Your soul is going to search for an answer, and you might seek that answer from books, from certificates, from knowledge, from maybe you want to prepare for an examination, or you want to upgrade yourself. You are thinking that your promotion can only happen if you get a certificate. This emotion, this feeling is coming from the fact that Mercury is connected with this transit of Sun and Venus. Now, I will separately upload Sun and Venus transit in Gemini as a zodiac based transit, but when I say Mrigashira, you have to see this transit with respect to your moon sign. Then you will be able to more connect, because these are micro changes that impact your feeling and emotions. So when Sun and Venus goes in Mrigashira, you might also have this feeling of longing for love, where you are missing people around you and now you want to connect. So you will have this desperate sense of trying to reach them. You might also show authority in order to reach a certain individual. Now this can prove bad in terms of bad relations, someone who is into a kind of a separation or divorce kind of situation, where your attempt to reach to that individual may only worsen the situation. Here is an advice. Mrigashira can create a lot of illusion. So don't fall for any illusion. The more practical you are, the better your life will be when planets are in this particular nakshatra. The planets placed in this nakshatra can also make you very ambitious, especially Sun. So when Sun and Venus are coming together, it might be that you are heartbroken and now you want to prove a point. Now you want to show that you can become a top class officer. You want to show that you can achieve something in life, and because of that you are becoming desperate. You are trying to push yourself and you are being vocal about it. My advice is that remain as practical as possible, and you should know your true abilities and work according to them. Otherwise, you will end up fighting with yourself. The best thing that you can do at this time is to educate yourself, enlighten yourself, talk to someone who is a knowledgeable person. Because Sun brings light in life, the light will come only if you explore, if you look out for it. If you sit and procrastinate, then things will not move. And if I see Jupiter's position, if I see Mars's position, if I see Saturn's position, well, all of it supports the exploration abilities, exploration angle of life. But the only thing is that if you are trying to venture out and trying to figure out something, still you need to be very practical, and you should be able to assimilate all information. Because if you are only thinking on one side of life, sticking to one angle because you're too rigid, then you will miss seeing the bigger picture. Now let's discuss for each moon sign what this combined transit of Sun and Venus and an addition of Mercury in Mrigashira Nakshatra will bring for you. Please subscribe to my channel again, hit the bell icon, and for consultations you can drop me an email. You can follow me on Instagram, and a new feature has been added, that is the Instagram subscription, where some behind the scenes will be uploaded and some interesting things which I don't upload usually on platforms, like how do I shoot videos, what equipment I use. I will try to upload on Instagram subscription. If you want to know more and some extra deeper technical aspect of the transit, which is obviously beyond the scope of videos on YouTube, I have a Patreon subscription. Join me on Patreon. It's a paid platform, but it helps me run the channel and it helps me keep the channel up to date. Also, it brings more impactful updates on transits and some technical aspects on Jyotish. Let's start ascendant-wise analysis. Aries moon sign, Mesh Rashi. For Aries moon sign, the Sun and Mercury will move from the second, Sun and Venus will move from second to the third house, and therefore this is going to make you very curious about a lot of things. You have to work on your communication abilities and communication skill, and try to keep yourself away from any disputes unless it is absolutely necessary. Also, Short distance travel may happen, leisure trips may happen, and you may think about rejoicing. You may think about taking a break from the hustle and bustle of life. That's okay, as long as you are practical and you know what you're doing. Sun and Mercury in Mrigashira, first in the second and then in the third, can also start your savings to flow. That means you are now trying to invest somewhere, maybe in real estate, maybe in transport. My recommendation will be that hold on to that emotion for now and plan and then execute. It should not be a knee-jerk reaction or a kind of a fear of missing out. It's just that if you know what you're doing, it's okay. But if you don't know, maybe you need to take a suggestion with someone, a financial expert, before you take that call. Do not jump into conclusion. You will judge people very quickly. Don't do that. Try to remain humble, and in your communication, try to show that humbleness. Try to show that softness. Otherwise, this can unnecessarily make people think that you are intimidating. Taurus. Now, Taurus will see Sun and Venus transit in Mrigashira on the first house, and then it goes into the second house. It shows that you want to speak up. You want to talk more about yourself. So do that. But to whom? To a healer, to a counselor, to your parents, to someone who will understand your point of view. But if you go on blabbering on social media, if you go on using platforms that has no real value in returning the favor, people may not understand what you are talking, then you will only be judged and you will see the negative side of everything. This also means that some members of your family may decide to go on a trip. Maybe someone in the family is going overseas, or you are now willing to unfreeze yourself. The inhibitions goes away, and now you want to achieve more in this time frame. One of the reason why this emotion will also develop is because you want to expand. And to expand, now you want to take risk. You want to take risk, but again, Mrigashira can bring in a lot of illusion. So be careful what you are risking, why you are risking, and the cost of failure. And if you can manage all that, you are in the good shape. Gemini. If you are a Gemini moon sign, then you will be one of the most affected zodiac sign, because moon is going to see Sun, Venus, and then Mercury coming together in Mrigashira Nakshatra, especially from the second half of the June, which means that there will be a lot of eagerness, hyperactivity, and there will be gains coming in your life that may unsettle you. See, Mars is in Aries. Watch my video of Mars transit in Aries. The link will be in the pinned comment. Mars in Aries is going to give you gains, but Jupiter wants to create an expense. And this Mrigashira can be a trigger for that emotion, because now you have to see things from moon sign. Now, if you are in Mrigashira Nakshatra, that means if your moon is in Mrigashira, then you will be on the toes. There will be a lot of activity around you, and you would want to change things for good. Now, bring the change if you know that the change is going to bring positivity. Otherwise, you will end up changing things, spending money, and that will not give you any return. So be careful on that angle. Keep calm and cool approach. Your anger will be everywhere. You will try to be everywhere. You will try to take control of the situation by physically being present, or at least your mind will be on all those places. What you should do is you should meditate, and if possible, take some healing. Kark Rashi. For Cancer moon sign, the Sun and Venus will be in the 11th house, and then it will go in the 12th house in the Mrigashira Nakshatra. This may make you spend a lot of money. You will gain some money, and then you may end up losing that. So be careful on holding on to the things that come in your life. Otherwise, in order to prove a point, in order to compare, you may end up losing that value, and it also means that you will achieve something, and immediately your mind will hop into something else. It's like your mind is unsettled. You want to achieve, you achieve. You are receiving things, But immediately once you receive, the value goes away and now you want something else. By this manner, you will not be able to win anything and you will not be able to enjoy. So, the advice here will be to be more patient, be more calm, be more composed, appreciate what you have at hand and value your substance. Value things that are with you. Value your knowledge. And then you take it one step forward. Sudden money gains, say someone is trying to give you a project, something that you always wanted is happening, that can create a lot of trouble in your mind because of the moon's 12th house, which is your subconscious mind, is now getting affected heavily by the Mrigashirsha energy. This might affect your sleep, this might affect your peace of mind. Therefore, meditation, tratak dhyan, just enjoying the present moment is very important for you. Before you think of the future, first understand that is your present all right. Now, Leo zodiac sign. For Leo moon sign, Simha Rashi, you have to observe that your sun, which is your Rashi Lord, is going in the Mrigashirsha Nakshatra. When your Rashi Lord goes into Mrigashirsha Nakshatra, it means that your mind will be someone who wants to achieve a lot of things, and if you don't get things the way it is, you will become rattled, frustrated and irritated. You need to be more calmer. You need to be more practical. You need to start accepting things the way they are, even with its flaws. Now, if you observe the position of the Sun and Venus will be in the 10th house, and then Sun, Venus, Mercury will be in the 11th house in this particular nakshatra. And this is going to create a mystical situation around your career. You may want to exercise control, you want that leadership, you want that promotion, you want to move quickly in the ladder of the career. But the things will move the way they will move, and if they don't go your way, you might feel bad. You might want to run away, you might want to explore new things. Nothing wrong there. It's okay to explore new career options, it's okay to explore new things, just that you should know what you're doing. Take the help and advice of an elderly if you think you have lost your way. Virgo. Now for Virgo moon sign, Kanya Rashi, this is going to affect the 9th and the 10th house. Now Sun is your 12th lord. Venus is your 2nd lord. Now when the 12th and 2nd lord goes in Mrigashirsha, a certain travel, relocation, movement from one place to the other is necessary. It might also be that you are stuck at one situation and now you have this desire to move. So you will see that there can be sudden travel plans, there can be sudden changes or something happening that will force you to maybe take some travel or long distance travel. So don't sit at home, try to move, try to find different areas around you in locality and visit that place. If you're elderly, just go for a small walk and go to the nearby temple. Otherwise, you will feel claustrophobic. You will feel that you are not reaching your true potential and you would want to do everything to reach your true potential. People who are writers, people who are into social media, people who are into journalism, people who are travelers, vloggers will see this time as a great boon. If you start something related to this during this time, the chance of its success is pretty high. Now, for Virgo, Mercury is also coming into this picture. That is why 12th Lord, 1st Lord and 2nd Lord all goes into Mrigashirsha. Be careful about your expenses. Your expenses can go out of hand. Libra. Now in case of Libra, your ascendant Lord goes into this nakshatra, Mrigashirsha, as well as your 11th Lord goes into Mrigashirsha in the 8th house. So this brings transformation. It's a time when for the first half of the transit, that means for the first 5 to 10 days, you may be busy in solving a certain problem in your life and you would know where you are aiming, where you are going. And soon you will start getting the direction. Initially you were directionless and now slowly you are finding the right direction. And this direction will lead you to success. You will get a lot of motivation, and this becomes a very positive transit for anyone who has moon in the sign of Libra. Now, because it is happening in the 8th house, it means that your mind will take some time to understand what is happening around you. So sometimes you just have to go with the flow. So for you, the suggestion will be to go with the flow and try to see if your investment is giving proper return. Otherwise, say you want to invest somewhere or you want to buy something, just see if that money will be worth it. If it is not, maybe you have to postpone the plan. You will have to take great care of your health during this time, and especially if you have diabetes or if you have eye related issue, you need to be very careful and try to stay away from harsh sunlight during this time. Chanting Vishnu Sahasranam will be an excellent remedy. Scorpio. Now for Scorpio, if you observe, Sun is a very important planet. It rules your 10th house. Venus rules your 2nd and 7th house. They both go into Mrigashirsha from 7th to 8th. You can initiate a travel with your spouse. Business related travel is very much possible during this time. This is the time when you may have to visit your partner's place, your in-laws' place. So my recommendation is to have a dinner together, have a lunch together. If you're in office, start involving yourself with your employees. Try to arrange a small party or a small get together. This will build a rapport. These energy exchanges will go a long way. Otherwise, you will end up doing energy exchange from places where you don't want to be. Somebody who is feeding your ego, you will try to spend your time more with that person, and that will create a lot of problems for you. Because your moon is in Scorpio, although Scorpio is getting aspected by Jupiter, Scorpio is getting full power from the Jupiter, but when Sun and Venus is moving and scooping the 8th house and traveling through this nakshatra, you are trying to explore all the possibilities of changes in your life. Now, when I say explore, you should only explore and not execute, because if you execute, then there can be a problem. On one side, this can be a very good thing. Maybe you're looking for a job, you want to float your resume, and now people are responding back. Maybe you're looking for an investor, you're looking at places where you have not thought before, and now you're getting things. So this Sun is going to highlight the impossible and will make the impossible possible and will bring things from the impossible corners. Just give it some time. Sagittarius, Dhanu Rashi. Now, if you have Dhanu Rashi or Sagittarius moon sign, it means that your ascendant lord is in 6th house, and then Sun and Venus, which were in 6th house, is now going into the 7th house. So you may explore the possibilities of marriage, new business. You will try to launch a new product, new business, or maybe you want to interact with new people. You want to change a team. You want to change the circumstance. All that will be possible when both Sun and Venus will be in Mrigashirsha Nakshatra. But let me tell you one thing. Your 9th lord is making your 6th lord go combust. That means sometimes this is going to create dharma sankat. That means where to focus your energy, how to focus your energy, and the events happening around your spouse may make you run. And if you don't plan your day, if you don't keep a buffer on everything, this can put you into a very difficult situation. But if you keep a buffer, you will be not at loss. You will be, in fact, maybe it's a time to explore new horizons. So things that are obvious, things that are normal, things that are supposed to go should be prepared well beforehand so that you have enough time, ample of time to do something else. Put your mind, brain and energy into some other activity. So a lot of co-curricular activity should be done during this time, and when these planets are in Mrigashirsha Nakshatra, my recommendation will be to go and heal, take healing and connect with NGOs and serve the society. Be more humanitarian. Capricorn. Capricorn or Makar Rashi is when moon is in Capricorn zodiac sign. Sun and Mercury will be moving from 5th house to 6th house. This is a very good time to explore the possibilities of clearing out your debt. This is also the time when you will see that your enemies are now coming into the forefront. You will understand what the obstacles are. And now you will apply your brain to find a solution. You would want to control this situation and you will win. This transit can bring victory in your life. This transit is also a kind of transit that will highlight the issues and its solutions, which is going to bring in a lot of positive changes. And therefore, you should focus more on bringing truth in your life and giving away all the toxicity. It's more like a transit of detoxification. So if you want to cure yourself, if you want to heal yourself, if you want to go for an Ayurvedic rejuvenation, if you want to join yoga, if you want to join meditation center, this is the time. This will bring you good luck. This will bring you good health. But you have to run for it. You will have to change the place. A very good time for Vastu correction. Great time for interior designer. Great time for doctors and healers. It's also the time when your looks will change. The way you approach your partner, the way you think about love is going to change. And your relationship with your children will also grow better. Just support them in their adventure, in their career aspirations. Aquarius. Now, in case of Aquarius, if you observe, the Sun is your 7th lord and the Sun is going into from 4th to 5th house. Therefore, this is going to bring in changes in your house, in your family, the way you feel happiness, the way you see about life. And this is also a time when you will change your home. There will be a lot of running around and you may also buy a real estate and move into a new home and a property and maybe shift cities, travel for leisure and travel for education. So if you are having any visa related problem, this may get resolved during this time. For Aquarius, this is more about something that affects your romance, affects your married life, affects your business, but in a way that it is not negative. It is something where you are exploring a different side of life and your life's equation may change during this time. Remember that Saturn is on the Lagna, Mars is very positive for you. Mars being in the 3rd house is giving you a lot of courage. Now when Sun comes in the 5th house, it makes you fearless. This is a great time to heal the solar plexus region. It's a great time to heal yourself. And it's a great time to learn something. It's a great time to learn things on the go. So for people who are young, who are exploring, this is a very good time for education. A very good time for edtech industry. If you want to educate yourself in the field of art, media, sciences, graphic designing, editing, or anything that is connected to art and craft, this is a wonderful opportunity that Sun and Venus brings in the Mrigashira Nakshatra. Because Mrigashira can fulfill your desire. So it's a very desire fulfilling transit for you. Just that you will see that the circumstances will overpower you. So you may have to find a way out. You may have to maneuver yourself and fulfill your dreams. Pisces. In case of Pisces, Meen Rashi, the Jupiter is in a very good shape. Jupiter is in the 3rd house, aspecting the 7th house, aspecting the 9th house. And Venus, which rules your 3rd house, goes into from 3rd and then it moves to 4th house in Mrigashira Nakshatra. This shows that now you're confident enough and you have knowledge, also the aspiration and ambition to fulfill your dreams, to follow what you always wanted. For you can also follow your ideal, and this is a perfect time where you are putting your mind, your energy, your soul towards your comfort, towards the passion, towards fulfilling your aspiration. It's a wonderful time for almost everybody who is Pisces, a Pisces moon sign, because your moon is going to experience a tremendous amount of force, not only exerted by Jupiter but also exerted by Sun and Venus, and you would want to bring a change. Third house is your initiative, and through your initiative you will bring changes in your life which will make your life peaceful, happier. And for people who want to change the job, who want to invest in real estate, who want to buy a commercial property, this can be a transit that gives you the right direction. Changes in your home will also make you take certain initiative. You will take some bold steps.